Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
What a pleasure it is having you join Global One Media's exclusive one-on-one interview series with company executives, sharing insights into their unique journey. I'm your host, Ashley Berry, and today, Joe Ovsenek, President and CEO of P2 Gold, is here with us to discuss updates about the mineral exploration and development company that's focused on advancing precious metals and copper discoveries and acquisitions in the Western U.S. and British Colombia. They're listed on the TSXV as PGLD and the OTCQB as PGLDF. Welcome, Joe.
Hi, Ashley. Great to be here.
Great to have this conversation. Let's start with a milestone reached for you as you recently started drilling at your gold and copper BAM project in British Columbia. Perhaps you can explain the significance of this.
Well, BAM is a project we've been bringing along, and we feel it has excellent potential. It's located in the heart of the Golden Triangle, about 30 kilometers east of Newmont Gold's big Galore Creek project. Newmont, the world's biggest gold company. We're just to the southwest of Newcrest Gold's Red Chris mine. Again, another big gold project, which actually Newmont is acquiring Newcrest. So Newmont is really making a presence, its presence known in the Golden Triangle. And so we're right in the midst of things. Between these big gold copper projects, and we feel we're sitting on top of another one.
Fantastic. And we talked about this. You also relocated and established a new camp to initiate operations there. Maybe you can share information on the targets you plan on specifically drilling and the prior program that led to the identification of those targets.
Well, we've been working on the project since 2020. We picked up the property because historically in the 60s, there was some work on the property focused on some high-grade copper. It was small. That's the Jan Copper Zone. In the 80s, Chevron Resources, the big oil company, they were into minerals for a while. They focused on a little high-grade gold further south. So when we saw this property and had gold and copper, but really no work for 40 years, we got quite excited because things have changed a lot in the exploration world in that time. And so there's a lot more tools that allow you to evaluate a property. So we came in 2020, and did just some basic grassroots work, discovered the Monarch Gold Zone just north of the historic Jan Copper Zone. Drilled it in 21, a few holes into it. All of them hit ore grade gold. Came back last year, drilled just under 14,000 meters, outlined a reasonable gold resource. But what really came out of that was giving us a lot of understanding of the geology of the property. We also did some deep penetrating geophysics. So when we put all that together, it's really highlighted that what we believe down below on the property, hidden by the rocks on surface, is a big, potentially more than one gold, copper, porphyry, similar to that Galore Creek or Red Chris mine that I talked about earlier.
So that there is really the unexplored potential. Am I correct?
That's it. This mineralization, if it wasn't for these modern geophysical techniques that we use nowadays, you wouldn't know they're there because there's a big bed of granite that just sort of lies flat over the property. It's about 300-400 meters thick. And so, you drill into that, you hit granite for a few hundred meters and you stop drilling because people thought it went all the way down. But with this new geophysics, we can see down through that granite and we see the activity below it. And that's what has us really excited. We believe there's a big gold, copper, porphyry system sitting down below, feeding the mineralization on surface.
Right. Okay. So you just mentioned the porphyry system. I mean, really, we're talking about layers upon layers upon layers. This porphyry system is believed to be nourishing the surface mineralization at both the Monarch Gold Zone and Jan Copper Zone. Maybe you could help us understand the significance of this system and the implications for the project.
Well, I think, as you mentioned, it's sitting, we believe it's feeding both the Monarch Gold Zone and the Jan Copper Zone. And these things are over a kilometer apart, a couple kilometers apart. And so that's one big system if it can feed both those zones on surface. So that's why we believe it's a significant, a very large gold copper porphyry system down there feeding this mineralization up the surface. That's what has us excited. Our geophysics is saying that it's only about 500 meters below the surface, well within mining depth.
Mm. So your chief exploration officer believes, and it sounds like you do too, you're on the cusp of a major discovery. The confidence certainly there is empowering, I'd imagine.
Oh, everybody's, from Ken, our chief exploration officer, right down to all our geos in the field. Everybody's excited. The drill's turning. We're finally getting a chance to get down below that, that covering rock I mentioned and seeing what's underneath it. This is the accumulation of 3 years of prior work, and this is the time. So that's why we're so excited. It's, things will be unveiled soon.
Certainly. So what does this mean for the company specifically? What does it mean for shareholders and potential shareholders that are kind of looking into the company, hearing these really exciting updates and the fact that you're on the cusp of something amazing? What does this all mean?
Well, it means excitement. We believe we're sitting on this big gold copper porphyry. If we drill through and hit into that porphyry system, these things are big. If you look at Galore Creek to the west of us, I think it has 9 million ounces plus million ounces of gold, maybe 11 billion pounds of copper, up Red Chris mine, 12, 13 million ounces of gold. These are big mines. And, gold, copper, porphyries are the big gold mines these days. And so if we hit into that, that means that's something big for all our shareholders, because the company is going to go up in value significantly. Like, I hate to throw multiples out, but far higher than we are today.
Sometimes it's fun to throw out multiples because hopefully it's even higher than what it is, right?
Yes, but we're looking for more than 10 times. So it's a big event. That's why we're so excited.
Fantastic. So, I know we like to shy away from timelines and that, but we don't have to get specific about that, but, why is this particularly now the right time to invest in P2 Gold?
Well, you never know when we're going to hit it. And once we hit it, it's going to take, realistically, potentially 4 weeks, up to 6 weeks to get assays on this first hole and the next few holes coming out. So by August, early August, potentially, so, roughly a month away, we could have results from this hole, if all things line up, really line up well. So, now's the time to invest, because once we hit it and the word's out, it's too late. There's still room for upside, but the big jump in share price will come on that first discovery hole.
Hey, and August is literally right around the corner, Joe. Thank you so much. Joe Ovsenek, President and CEO of P2 Gold, we wish you the very best. Thank you for sharing all of these exciting updates, and we can't wait to share more with our audience.
Thanks, Ashley. Look forward to updating you soon.